In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. You've probably heard the scripture. The scripture is, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Now, you've probably heard money is the root of all evil, but that's not what the scripture says. It says the love of money, and it says all kinds of evil. Well, we're seeing the evil. It's coming through Felix because he has a love of money. And so he keeps calling Paul before him, hoping that Paul will say, I'm tired of being in prison. Here's some money. Let me loose. But that's not happening, and it's been 2 years now. And Governor Felix moves on, and a new governor comes, Festus. And so we pick up the story in chapter 25. I'm just going to relay the first few verses. Festus goes to Jerusalem, and the high priests rise up against Paul and go to Festus and say, bring Paul back to Jerusalem so that we can accuse him and find him guilty. And Festus says, no, I'm not going to bring him back. You guys come on down to Caesarea, and I'll let you give your charges against him and give him a chance to defend himself. And so they do that after several days. And now I'm in chapter 25, and I'm going to start in verse 7. After Paul arrived, the Jews who had come down from Jerusalem stood about him, bringing many and serious charges against him. Are you listening? Which they could not prove. See, they've trumped up these false charges, and they're lying against Paul. While Paul said in his own defense, I have committed no offense either against the law of the Jews, or against the temple, or against Caesar himself. But Festus, wishing to do the Jews a favor, answered Paul and said, are you willing to go up to Jerusalem and stand trial before me on these charges? See, that's what the high priests and the Jewish leaders wanted Festus to do. But Paul said, well, I'm standing before Caesar's tribunal right now, where I ought to be tried. I have done no wrong to the Jews, as you also very well know. Now, you know that, Festus. These guys are trumping this up. Verse 11. If then I am a wrongdoer and have committed anything worthy of death, I do not refuse to die. If I was guilty, I would accept my punishment. However, if none of these things are true, and they're not, of which these men accuse me, no one can hand me over to them. I appeal to Caesar. I'm a Roman citizen. You don't turn me over to these guys that are going to do wrong towards me. No, I'll appeal to Caesar because I'm a Roman citizen. Well, God bless you who appeals to God himself. And God says, all right then, you believe on Jesus, you are the righteousness and the true holiness that I have made you as a new creature. And so walk in the riches of the kingdom, enjoying my love in everything that you do. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow. We're going to see how Festus responds to Paul's defense. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus.